Okay, so thank you for your answer. So when we say the word conflict, so it talks about individuals' argument about certain topics. So it could be, wait, I'll just put the definition on the box, on the chat box. Okay. So when we say the word conflicts, these are the disagreements or fights between people, groups, or countries. So let's have here some example for the word conflict. So we have here example number one. There were frequent conflicts between the two teams over the rules. So that is example number one. So it's just say that there is frequent conflicts. Okay, second example. The war was caused by political and territorial conflicts. So for some places that is their conflict. So that is the two example for the word conflicts for better understanding. So that is how we use the word conflicts. Now let's proceed on the second part with this. Okay, so investigate into cases and make justified judgments. Of course, with this with these individuals, they're going to investigate the cases. So how would they investigate? Of course, they would investigate the cases by the help of the specific individuals such as the attorneys. So they were going to have their proof and evidences so that the judge will see to it if who is the victim or not. Okay, the next one. Make justified judgments. Of course, after they see to it the evidences into the case, they were now going to justify their judgment. So, what do you think is this word means? What do you think that word means? Do you have any idea?
Uh, it means the judge uh, mm, 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 uh, keep the regional rights of the of individuals uh, who have conflicts and keep the uh, justice.
Okay, so thank you for that. So when we say the word justified, it is to having a good reason or going to give a fair or acceptable reasons or judgment. So they were going to say their opinion fairly about those evidences that they have between the two parties. So let's have here two example. I will put in the chat box the two example for us to understand clearly the word justify. Okay, so we have here first example. Her anger was justified after being treated unfairly. So with that example, of course, someone will not be get angry if there is no action that causes or trigger her attitude or her anger, right? No one will be mad or get angry without any reason. It's crazy to be angry without any reason, right? Okay. So that is
Mhm.
for example number one. And then the second example, the company felt justified in firing the employee for repeated misconduct. So in this one, it's just stated that the company feels that they are having a fair or acceptable reason in firing the employee because they have a valid reason due to his or her misconduct. So that is for the word justified. So are we clear with the word justified? Okay. So the next one in here, we have here maintain order when there is a meeting or parade. So of course, these individuals are very disciplined and in order. And then we also have here the term parade. Could you please read parade?
Parrot.
Okay. What do you think is that one? Any idea?
Yeah, it
You don't
means
know.
uh, a, 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 a crowd of people mm, walking on the street to advocate their ideas and their uh, their their thoughts.
Okay, so that is for the word parade. So thank you. So when we say the word parade, it is a public procession or celebration, and it is usually involving about marching bands, floats, and people. So that is for the word parade. So there is a or a procession. So let's have here some example for us to easily understand the word parade. Okay, example number one. The city held a grand parade to celebrate Independence Day. So, for example, when the government or a certain place are going to have a parade, so there is a procession. So that is for the example number one. And then for example number two in here, soldiers march proudly in the military parade. So, why does the soldiers march? Of course, they were going to show their honor and dignity as well. So that is for the word parade. So are we clear with this word? Do you have any questions? Clear?
No,
Okay. Now let's move on in here. Oh, this one has a many terms. Okay, so we have here defend against charges in order for clients to protect their legitimate rights. Of course, those individuals under the politics and law are going to defend the individuals that have the right into having the justice, right? Because justice is must be served to individuals who are in need. Okay. So let's try to define the following terms in here. So we have here four words. So let's begin with this one. Could you please read defend?
and
Okay. What do you think is this one? Defend. Oh, that's an easy word. What do you think is that?
uh, mm, mm, I don't know.
Okay. So when we say the word defend, it means that you are going to protect something or someone from harm attack or the urge to or to argue in support of something. Okay, so that is for the word defense. So we are going to protect someone or something due to harm and so on. So let's have here two examples for easier understanding. Okay, so example number one. He tried to defend his friend from the false accusations. So that is for the number one. So, of course, if you have your friend and then someone talk behind his back, like a negative or false accusation, then you're going to defend him or her so that the other people will see to it that you're fighting for the rights of your friend. So that is for the word defend. Second example in here, soldiers are trained to defend their country. Of course, the duty and obligation of the soldiers are going to protect their country. So that is for the word defend. So are we clear with this word? Okay. Okay, now in here, we have here the word charges. What do you think is this one? Charges.
I don't know.
Okay. So when we say the word charges, it means that it is the accusations made against people. And then it is especially in terms of such as accusation made against someone, especially in legal terms or money as for a service. So for example, we have here number one. The suspect faced charges of theft and assault. So it could be the result of their action. So those are the accusations. So the suspect is being charged guilty of the theft and assault. And then the second example is that the restaurant added extra charges for delivery. Okay, so that is for additional service, adding extra charges for delivery. So are we clear with this word, charges? Okay. Now let's move on to the next word. So we have here the legitimate rights. What do you think is that one? What does it mean by legitimate rights? Do you have any idea?
Uh, it means the original rights based on the laws and truth.
Very good. Exactly. You got the right answer. Okay. So when we say the word legitimate rights, so it means about the lawful, fair, or morally acceptable entitlements. So that is for the word legitimate. So it is the entitlement for the person, group, or organization to recognize or to have. So this is justified by law, society, and ethics. So we have here the word. So let's break it down. So when we say the word legitimate, it talks about lawful, rightful, and justified. So when we say the word rights, it is about freedom or entitlement. So when we say legitimate rights, these are the rights that are acceptable, fair, and reasonable. So that is for the word legitimate rights. So we have here many examples. So let's have your example number one. Okay. Citizens have the legitimate right to vote in democratic elections. So for some countries, they have their rights to vote for the rights in choosing their specific chosen leaders. So that is for the citizen voting for their legitimate rights. Okay, so the next one in here, we also have here the example number two. Every worker has legitimate right to receive fair wages. Of course, every individual has the right to get the right or proper wages and or salaries in behalf of their working time. Okay, so those are for the words legitimate. And the last job function of this one is to modify the laws several years to ensure they can solve the new problems in the society. So, of course, as years goes by, we should not be stuck on something if there is a in need of changes and or progress. So this is why we have this word modify. What do you think is this word means? Do you have idea?
Uh, it means change.
Okay, very good. So that is for the word modified, exactly. So when we say the word modify, it is about to change or adjust something slightly, and it is usually to improve. So improve or it make it more suitable. So we have here two example. Example number one. You can modify the settings on your phone for a better battery life. So that is example number one. So we have here some devices that has a control on their gadgets. For example, the Apple phones. So for example, when they were using it regularly and charging, there is an optimization that we're going to make it stop while it is charging. So that is for the modification. So we're going to see it on our phones. The second one, the teacher asked him to modify his essay before submitting. So that is for second example. Of course, if you were a student, before you're going to submit your activities or any other performance task, of course, you're going to check or modify your task before passing to your teacher in order to see to it that it is good and well presented. So that is for the word modify. So are we clear with the function of this job? Are we clear? Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's move on the importance of this job. Could you please read?
Uh, they help to maintain the stability of society. Their work ensures laws will be just and practical. Their works help to promote the process of democracy. Their investigation and defense helps to avoid mistakes in hearing and settling cases. They help people to solve problems in everyday life, find lost paths, unlock doors.
Okay, thank you. So this is the importance of the job according to politics and law. So, of course, the first importance is that they help maintain the stability of society. Of course, so when we say the word stability of the society, you're going to say to it that it is being stable in terms of societies function smoothly and peacefully with minimal conflict, consistent economic performance, and well maintained laws and institutions. So, that is for example number one. And then the second one, their work ensures laws will be just and practical. Of course, being a judge and a lawyer, you must be fair and justifiable and also doing it practically in action as well. So that is the second function. And then the third one, their work helps promote the process of democracy. Of course, they should practice the democracy wherein democracy is wherein the people have the power to choose their leaders and influence decision through voting. So that is for the word democracy. And then the second to the last is that their investigation and defense have to avoid mistakes in hearing and settling cases. So, as what I said a while ago, of course, the judges and in the trial court, they were going to see to it that they were going to investigate the two sides wherein they were going to show their evidences, settle the cases, and they were going to see if who will be the accused and or the victim. So we have here the word investigation. So let's try to define this word. Do you have any idea about the word investigation?
Mm, mm, I don't know.
Okay. Now, when we say the word investigation, it means that it is a process of examining, studying, or inquiring carefully into something to find the truth. So, that is finding the truth, especially when something wrong, unclear, or suspicious has happened. So, it is commonly used in police work, research journalism, or legal cases. So that is for the word investigation. So are we clear with this word? Are we clear?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And then the last one, the last importance of this one is that they help people to solve problems in everyday life. So we have here some examples of problems in everyday life. So example number one in here, they're going to find lost pets and going to unlock doors. So they're going to solve problems every day. So are we clear with the function of the politics and law? Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, so let's move on our next page. Okay. Okay. So in here we have here jobs related to entertainment. Could you please read this part?
Singer, actor, actress, musician, producer, presenter.
Okay. So those are the jobs according to entertainment. But before we identify this one, what do you think is the word entertainment means?
It means it means the recreation,
Yes, very
which
good.
make people happy and uh, enjoy.
Exactly, very good. So when we say the word entertainment, these are something that amuses, interests, or gives enjoyment to people. And also it can include activities like watching movies, listening to music, playing games, attending shows, or also browsing social media. Or in short, it is about fun activities that people do to relax, enjoy, or to be amused. So, let me ask you questions. What entertainment do you like the most? Are you watching movies, singing, dancing,
Uh, uh, uh,
or nothing?
Travel.
Okay, so thank you for your sharing. Okay, so we are going to end our class and we are going to continue discussing this on our next class later on. Thank you for listening and see
Yeah.
you later. Thank you.